bottles in this bitch, 100 models in this bitch. We gon' party like we won the fucking lotto in this bitch. Living reckless, yeah, we know your crew can't hang. We in the section, throwing up them hundreds like it's change. SIMBA, back at it, I'm down in the fifth. I bought the whole shit, making moves, I'm out of the trench. Got out of LA, West Coast, where I represent.
It's me, SimbaTv. Bang! What is good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Simba coming back here again with another reaction video for you guys today. For today's reaction video, we got 15 best wrestling entries of all time. If you guys are not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Become part of the notification. Gang, 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 gang. We're bringing new videos to you every single day. So without further ado, let's jump up in it.
Hello, say the wrestlers. Here I am. Look at my fancy walk. Like we said in the previous list, wrestling's the worst part about wrestling. The best bits are the finishers, which we've already covered, video packages, and of course, entrances. Pomp, circumstance, pyro, weird dollar bills with Shane McMahon's terrible face on them. Entrances are often way more memorable than the match that follows, and over the years, some grapplers have had absolute corkers, ones that send shivers up our spine just to see them, or make us leap from our chairs to get involved. Please note, this isn't a list about best one-off entrances like Shawn Michaels at Mania 12 or Rusev at Mania 30. That's a whole other list we'll do one day. Be patient. This list is all about those stars that blew us away with their entrance week after week. Hit my music. It's the 15 best wrestling entrances of all time. Honorable mention, Bobby Roode. Look, it's mostly the song, and also he never...
That song be hitting. Glorious! That's my shit. Yo, Bobby Roode has a really good entrance, or had a really good entrance.
Really had a regular great entrance, just a bunch of really great takeover one-offs, but everyone in the office shouted at me when I disagreed, so yay, isn't peer pressure glorious? Number 15, Triple H. It's hard to believe that one man has made a living out of failing to drink water. Triple H is the world's biggest dad, and every WrestleMania he tries to convince his kids he's seen the latest hip-happening movies.
Man, that's a fact.
Or Mad Max, or I don't know, some movie where someone drives a big, embarrassing tricycle. But his special entrances to one side, Tripp's go-to is one of the great. The slow, intense walk, the light show, the spray, the raw face he does like his council tax has just gone up. Throw some double denim in there, and baby, you got a stew going. Number 14, Bayley. A truly great entrance should say, hello, this is everything you need to know about me. Undertaker says he's spooky and dangerous. Triple H says he's thirsty but not too thirsty. And Bayley's says that she's 9. I'm kidding a bit, but back before Bayley asked to see every single one of our managers, her entrance was infection.
He called her Karen, that's funny. But her entry, man, I don't know. It was something about her entry that I just didn't like. Like, it was too, like, kiddish for me. You know, and I'm a huge kid, like, with the fucking wacky inflating blow up people, like, in the hugs and stuff. Like, I just thought it wasn't her. It didn't really, it fit her character, but it didn't at the same time, if that makes a lot of sense. You know, it was like she was trying too hard to be a face when she should have just been a heel. She's great as a heel. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm kind of like, about that one.
Charming. The music, the hugger section signs, the explosion of tube men, the bit where she just says, look, here are my hands. Just how do you not want to cheer for this person? She's so happy to be 9. Number 13, the Ultimate Warrior. Warrior had an entrance gimmick before people really had entrance gimmicks. Sure, Hogan would occasionally bring a flag with him and people would do something special at Mania, but the Warrior's entrance got him over like Rover. It was the epitome of simple but effective. This amazing full throttle song would hit dum 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 dum, and Warrior would just bloody peg it to the ring like he had bees in his trunks. After sprinting through the crowd, who became excited by sheer bloody osmosis, he would run around the ring, shake the ropes, and it was like a lightning rod exploded in the building. Sure, it meant he was guaranteed to be gassed before every match, but hell, it was worth it. Number 12, MVP. If you're too young to remember the original MVP, Michael Vivacious Pineapple, then I feel sorry for you, because it was, and I have to say it, balling. It's an exercise in giving a superstar every last bit of help and appearing like a big deal. I mean, you can't call yourself MVP without a bit of pageantry. An inflatable tent, dry ice, awesome looking pyro, kick-ass song, which is the best use of I'm Coming in WWE outside of a backstage Vince segment. Mickey Vicky Pikachu's entrance is hugely underrated, much like the man himself. Number 11, Eddie Guerrero. A whole bunch of wrestlers have used vehicles in their entrances to great effect. JBL's limo was great, Del Rio's cars were Hillary swanky, the Mexical's lawnmowers were Hillary racist, and the Undertaker's bike was equal parts intimidating and adorable. inevitable vroom vroom big evil. But the best, of course, is Eddie Guerrero's lowrider. Like Bayley's entrance, Eddie bouncing up and down in his big shiny car is very silly,
Latino
but also
heat.
totally earnest, and just one of the reasons why the WWE Universe fell in love with the mischievous wrestling artist. Number 10, Goldberg. One thing I never really understood about Goldberg's entrance is why did he need the policeman? Surely he's so tough that everyone needs the policeman. He looks like he's on his way to court. Point is, Goldberg had the best entrance in WCW, and once again, it's a company realizing in order to make someone into a big deal, you have to treat them like a big deal. The escort, the slow foreboding walk to the ring, finally the pyro that engulfs the big bald gentleman. It should burn him, but Goldberg cannot be burned by conventional fire. And then, just to emphasize how cool he was, he would breathe out thick ropes of smoke like a big wrestling
Goldberg had one of the best entries of all time. You know, like, I really didn't understand the police thing, but that's probably because he was like a menace. I don't know, like, and then he had that tradition of banging on the door, headbutting the door, socking the locker room. He was just going crazy in the box, man. Like, I don't know, Goldberg was super intense, and it worked. It just worked.
Maug. Not sure he needs the kicks and karate chops, to be honest, but at this point it's simply too cool to ruin. Number 9, Finn Balor. Some wrestlers have a great entrance. Finn Balor is a greedy piglet and has two, depending on which mood he's in. If he's smiley,
the
happy,
demon one is crazy, man.
In a cool leather jacket and unites every single fan in the building and throwing their arms into the air, bleached by light, looking like a choir of angels. If he's in a saucy mood, however, he'll strap some belts to his head and get himself full Burning Man before crawling to the ring in super red fog, growling like a little gremlin who's just gotten wet. Both entrances are brilliant. Both entrances say once in a generation star. Number 8, Chris Jericho. One of the most iconic entrance poses of all time belongs to the Ayatollah of
rock and roller.
Jericho back to the crowd, arms spread Christ-like, save_us.y2j. Literally on his first day in the company, he had his entrance nailed. Then he upgraded years later with a sparkly jacket that John Moxley still owes him $15,000 for. And speaking of AEW, Jericho may have ditched the Christ pose, but he still has one of the most over entrances in the company, thanks to his theme song Judas, and hearing every single fan in the building bellowing it at the top of their lungs still gives me chills, stupid fucking virus. And hey, speaking of entrances built around singing, number 7, the Sandman. Many people have called the Sandman just an entrance, but if that's true, and it might be, it's one of the best entrances in the business. Entering through the crowd while the Shield was still sucking on their mother dog's 8 nipples. No, you animate that, Rich. You animate that. The Sandman was the picture of scary, hard bastard, often smoking. He cracked several beers, neck some, pour some in the mouths of fans, smash some over his head over and over, busting himself open before the match even started, all while Enter Sandman by popular music band Metallica played at crazy volume. Watching Sandman crack a beer perfectly in time with everyone bellowing exit light is very cool, and say what you want about his in-ring ability, Sandman's entrance did not forget, my son, to include everyone. Number 6, Kane. Sometimes a cool visual endures for decades, and Kane throwing his arms down as pillars of fire erupt from the ring post is genuinely as amazing now as it ever was. Whoever came up with that,
it was always be amazing, man. Always.
That music, the ominous lighting, the slow march to the ring, the sudden supernatural barbecue, like a ritual of violence exploding into the arena,
still
bathing
freaky.
This monster in bright, blinding light, baking the audience with its oppressive heat. It's sheer wrestling brilliance. Few entrances scream, "This is a monster and you should be afraid of him," more than Kane's. Simple and downright elegant in its effectiveness. Number 5, Karrion Kross. Sure, sometimes it feels like Karrion Kross saw Kane's entrance, decided to mix it with Undertaker's, add a touch of the Fiend, a tablespoon of Aleister Black, and then whack a fat glug of RuPaul's Drag Race in there for absolutely no reason. It could have come across like the wrestling equivalent of a media studies student's first attempt at making a horror film, just an overload of different elements creating a swarm of noise, but no, it's absolutely stunning. From the use of silhouette, to Scarlett's camp but unsettling lip sync for her life, to the steady thudding rise in the song before Kross appears like a lunatic in the fog. Fall and Pray screams out the bright red light giving him Satan's tan before that final pose, and brilliantly the smoke staying in the ring as the match starts like he's mauling someone in Victorian England. It's a lot, but it's a star-making lot. Speaking of, number 4, The Fiend. Bray Wyatt's entrance was amazing, dark, brooding, the fireflies building in the dark like grim specters. The Fiend takes that entrance and jacks it all the way to 11. Like Balor's demon, the Fiend only occasionally makes this entrance, but when he does, it's WWE production operating at its highest level. The slow breaking of the arena as the lights go out in segments. The fact that you can just barely see the Fiend's grim mug when he first appears. The remix of his theme that makes it sound like his old song is drowning. The fireflies. The fact that he carries a lamp in the severed head of his old Bray Wyatt.
It's crazy.
It's so camp, it's so silly, but in this era that seems to be more about realistic characters and the over-the-top gimmicks, it sticks out like a slash of blood in the snow. Just amazing. Number 3, The Brood. Like Triple H and Kane had a...
The Brood, man. The Brood. One of the greats. All around. I just love The Brood. As a stable, fucking awesome. Amazing. Edge, Christian, Gangrel. Come on, man. That song, the vibe. Oh, man, come on. And if they don't put the Hardys at number 2, I'm going to be very upset.
Baby, and in all the best ways, not like that kid who attacked poor Katie Vick in her coffin. The Brood was a trio of vampires, Edge, Christian, and Gangrel, and these were definitely not the I'm so precious I can't stand it vampires of Twilight. These were vampires who did 2 things, commit murder and shoot porn, with occasional wrestling thrown in to pay the bills. Their entrance was a thing of beauty, ascending to the ramp in a goddamn ring of fire.
I love it, bro.
Gangrel taught Trips how not to drink, spitting a mist of blood into the crowd, the most wonderful kind of camp bollocks. Number 2, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I mean, come on.
I really debated
Yes.
putting this one on the list. Like, it's just a dude walking to the ring, shouting about something Texan.
Nah.
Middle fingers to the fans. That's it. That's
It's beautiful.
The whole thing. Like, it could be anyone's entrance, right? But God, if it wasn't the greatest thing to see as a fan. What finally clinched it was rewatching his entrance on the Go Home show before the Invasion pay-per-view. When the glass smashed, the crowd popped louder than maybe anyone ever had, and the old Stone Cold returned. Hearing JR shout, he's walking, he's talking, makes you realize, no, this is a special entrance. Not just anyone can do this. The smash, the pop, the theme music, and that walk. As one of the greatest entrances in wrestling, it's undeniable.
Oh,
and
yeah.
number 1, The Undertaker, not the...
I mean, of course, Undertaker's, he has to be on this list. But I feel like this list really... It's hard. It's hard to put 15, man, because DX, you know, like you got to put DX there. The Hardys, you know. Come on, man. The Rock, Shinsuke Nakamura, his new, not his new one, the old one without the music, without the lyrics. Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a hard list to do.
The Vroom Vroom one. The dead man walking.
Of course,
the fog,
of course.
The flame, the purple light transporting you to another plane of existence where you will believe in demons. I know they're long and silly, but Evil Gary's slow walk to the ring, it's singular, it's unbeatable. It's something that maybe you have to experience live to truly understand the spell it casts on the crowd. It's something that only The Undertaker can give us. And while I'm very happy he's finally retiring in peace, God, it's sorely missed. And that's our list. What is your...
Yo, man. I mean, I agree with most of them. You know. I think they should do a list with the greatest entry music. That would be something to watch, man. If you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. Thank you guys for commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.